Your factory requires a fair amount of work to make it suitable for Metabots, and you find yourself needing to come in daily to examine wiring issues, fix small problems in the design of the machinery, and get things ready to pass inspection. You find it necessary to rent a place in Alaska, and you stay there most nights. You find yourself spending long hours every day getting the factory ready. Dealing with inspections, government officials, banks, and balance sheets makes you more than a little cranky. You find yourself wishing you had the benefit of Josh's experience as CEO. Look, we didn't know who Josh was. Stop berating us for not, developing a stronger relationship with Josh, alright?
Besides, everything points to the fact that Josh was kind of a dick.
A little bit, yeah. He kind of, went and, took our contract, and... he's just a businessman, I guess, but still. There's no reason for me to, go get all chummy with Josh. I have no idea who Josh even is. What will your factory look like from a distance?
Oh?
That's an oddly specific question. We have 4 options. A fortified compound with solid walls and barbed wire.
We should try to avoid the concentration camp look.
A little in general, for anything, that is probably the best option.
That sentence is always relevant.
Like the Sydney Opera House, full of organic curves and glass.
That's nice.
Pretty. A geodesic?
Yep.
Geodesic dome will conceal a powerful dish antenna, absorbing the world's information for my robots.
That's weird. And we didn't like that. Well, actually, we didn't care that people were doing that to us earlier, so I guess.
Or a plain old factory. Nothing much to look at, but it's cheap and gets the job done. So, Sydney Opera House looks pretty, but might cost us money we don't have. If that's what it's saying.
That does appear to be the way of it.
Plain old factory might be the best way to go.
Yeah. We have good labor, so,
Yeah, good point. Alright, plain old factory. You go for a frugal, plain brick factory of the kind that can be found in any city's industrial district. Your scrimping on costs leaves you with a surplus, so we get +2 wealth back.
Oh yeah, Jeff and Quash are both going for factory also, so.
Okay. While your factory is being constructed, you personally review all of the applications for technical positions. You notice that Silas, the somewhat unstable person who emailed you after Mark's article came out, has submitted a resume. Although his resume appears to... Why is he in Alaska now? We're not hiring Silas. Silas Cooper...
He's awfully dedicated!
Although his resume... What if he's just, really into this and he... I don't know, I got mixed emotions on Silas here. Although his resume appears to have all the right technical buzzwords for making robotics under the skills section, there are no activities at all listed under the last several places of employment. All federal labs or contractors. Perhaps this is explained by the clearance TS/TSCI in bold at the top of the page, which according to the internet stands for top secret/secure compartmented information. Will you hire him?
That is different than what he told us.
Is it? What did he tell us?
Barely secret.
Oh yeah.
Top secret is more than secret.
I'm suspicious of Silas. I don't know if he's gonna kill us, but I'm wondering if he's not some government agent or something who's trying to get a hold of our robots. Why is he in Alaska now? That's what bugs me.
I mean, it's apparently where the booming business is.
Is it? They still got dog sleds.
Mr. Maldark says, I warned you. I warned you so many times. I want a no, that is horrifying option.
Yeah, our options are, I'll give him an interview to see if he has the technical chops, so that's not necessarily an immediate hire. We could talk to him again. Or, no, that would be awkward. Do we want to give him an interview at least?
I feel like if we're going to be wary of Silas, we should adopt a do not engage policy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the, oh, maybe, no, is going to, give a great response.
But then maybe if he is just creepy, it'll give him a little bit more of well, we considered it at least.
Up to you.
I don't like that he's suddenly in Alaska. I don't think we should contact Silas.
Harrison Beak helpfully says, it could be a laugh.
It's true.
Jeff says, he's suspicious, don't do it. Mr. Maldark says, he will stalk you till he gets your robot. Quasha, don't even.
I think I'm gonna go with a no. I got a bad feeling about Silas. I'm saying no. You pass on the resume. Something about Silas just doesn't sit well with you.
Correct.
Soon, you have hired a handful of full-time technical employees from the area, and they help with the setup of the factory. They seem relatively pleased to be working for you, and one of them fixes the problem with Ian's joints for free. Why are we having so many problems with Ian's joints?
I mean, he's made of wood.
That's a good point. I figured we just would have worked those out by now, 2 years later, or however long it is. A year later? He was a year
It's
old,
at
right?
least... it was a year later, but it'd been a couple years since then, so he's like 3 years old.
+1 grace.
Woo!
Finally, months after you've moved in, you are ready to pull the switch that starts the factory in motion as your workers, Mark, Ian, and... Why is Mark back? Mark, Ian, and various invited members of the press look on. Okay. Raw wooden lumps start their way down a oh, so we're building all of them out of wood. All right.
Yeah.
Start their way down a conveyor belt where giant buzzsaw arms lie in wait. Wooden chips fly from the lumps, so we're building a bunch of Ians now. Huh.
I like it.
I'm okay with that. I feel comfortable with the thing we've created to start mass producing them.
It's been incredibly mild and predictable and gentle in every circumstance so far.
Yeah.
Which, I will tell you, not all robots are.
Wooden chips fly from the lumps as the saws loudly buzz away at the material to reveal a head ringed with holes. At each station that follows, the head is rotated precisely 45 degrees, and another camera is inserted into the next hole. I notice we haven't actually seen the fruition from our 360-degree views yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's mentioned the word panopticon a couple times, so that's cool. I always like the word panopticon.
The next machine pushes the hollow robot head onto its side, and a robot arm delicately places the media-enhanced hard drive inside. Ah, yes. They're all going to be, we're making a race of op-eds.
I have a theory. What if Silas is the shifty guy and trying to build a robot army?
Oh, the guy from wherever that was?
Shanghai. Their approaches seem a little different. Silas is like, I want to get close to you. And Shanghai guy's like, yo, let me buy $1 million.
Yeah, he seems like a Prince of Nigeria email scammer more than anything. A long line of wooden wings rolls in from another part of the factory, meeting a conveyor belt of multi-tool hands. The 3 tributaries of parts meet in the center of your factory, where humanoid robot workers... I thought we hired human workers.
We definitely did.
Perform the complex task of assembling the parts into the final robots. This final assembly line requires a great deal of careful manipulation of each part and adjustment of each robot part's subtle differences, because they're wood, I guess. This is the part that would be done by human labor at another factory, but here your human employees only supervise the process, watching for any errors in your labor's work that would stop the line.
That is definitely incorrect.
Yeah, that's not the option we picked there.
I wonder if that's just a variable mishap.
Maybe.
Because we definitely got... it took the money and stuff, so I think that's...
Yeah.
Like when it said it's earlier, I think they just plugged in the wrong part of the...
For this particular run, they call a halt after the first robot rolls off the line, so that you can celebrate. The robot stands before the robot that stands before you looks like Ian, but sleeker and more beautiful in every way.
I resent this.
Your employees have clearly poured their hearts into the design, inspired by your leadership, +2 grace. Your staff cheers. Mark smiles as he furiously takes down notes on his Chromebook. But you can't tell whether he's pleased with your work or his, +1 fame.
I have brothers and sisters.
Ian exclaims, how do you feel about your first shipment of robots?
Do they try and kill us or not? Step 1.
I yearn to see my creation spread to the corners of the world. I have a strange feeling about this. Is this a good thing I've done? Finally, I'm seeing success. The world shall remember the name Rosie El Cazaro. Or God, I hope we don't go bankrupt.
So, number 2, I'm not feeling at all. We definitely doing a good thing.
Yeah, I feel alright with this robot.
Number 1 sounds a little bit ambitious for our 6th lifestyle. 3 involves shouting the name Rosie El Cazaro, so that's like a required, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's an option.
Yeah, right.
We seem to have been financially pretty smart aside from that stupid thing we did.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have too many problems going bankrupt. So on the completely arbitrary decision to name ourselves Rosie El Cazorro, that's clearly the best choice.
Yep, alright, let's do it. You have blitzed the media with announcements of this world-changing shipment, +3 fame.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, for the first time, you feel like you're growing into the world-famous roboticist you'd always hoped to be. You will not be a nobody who leaves the world untouched. Which is kind of, I guess, part of, that plays off of our whole, epiphany after our dad's funeral.
Yeah.
Oh no, they will know your name, and it is Rosie El Cazorro.
A little bit creepy. Except for the fact that it's Rosie El Cazorro.
You glance over at Ellie. Okay, good, she's still here. Who is frowning at the assembly line. Why is that? In your hurry to achieve fame, you may have forgotten to check how Ellie would feel about this newfound fame.
Oh, right.
It's too late for that now.
Because she doesn't like being made fun of by YouTube sketches.
Right. You start up the line again, and more robots begin to roll off the final assembly line. By the end of the day, you are standing in your large warehouse with over 200 robots. 256 to be precise.
Multiple of 8.
Lined up in a square formation, 16 on a side, ready to be activated. Your audience from earlier in the day has gathered there as well. What will your production model use for minds? We have Ian's initial state, ready to learn and adapt to the client's needs, with some effort on the client's part. Copies of Ian's mind as of today. They will be a little confused at first when they realize they're clones, but they'll get used to it. Or, these robots don't really need sentience. I wrote a more traditional program that will do the job.
3 sounds like a bad problem. A bad thing. That sounds like a misstep. We've built...
Yeah, that's the whole selling point of this robot, right?
Yeah, it's like really nice and graceful and empathetic. So the question is...
I feel like resetting it to default could go wrong. There's an issue with each of these. One is an existential crisis they might all hit when they realize they're clones.
Right, which I can't tell if their high empathy will help them deal with that, or if it'll take a hit to their empathy.
But the other one provides an opportunity for each individual robot to turn evil.
Right.
Which is probably worse for the world as a whole.
Right.
I think it's probably the second one. What's our feedback so far?
I just realized how unrealistic this game is. Who uses a Chromebook?
Well, oh yeah, I don't know if you've been here. Mark is a hipster douchebag.
Actually, Erin uses a Chromebook and she loves it. But she just uses it for grad school.
But it is currently 2015,
That's
and
true.
in this game it is 2021, and Mark also has a gas lamp in his apartment.
Rides a penny farthing or whatever. Jeff said, original Ian mind. Kwasha says, don't let it learn. And Harrison Beak says, create life.
I think we should start with I'm proud of the current Ian model that we have because it learned from us. Like, all the empathy came from things that we taught it.
Yep. Oh, look, it's L for Light. Hi, L for Light.
Hey.
What did I just woke up to?
It's morning in
if you look at the video
Israel.
description, there is a summary of what's going on so far.
Yeah,
we're building robots.
Summary of the game. It's called Choice of Robots. It's a game on Steam. It's a text-based adventure game, and there's a summary in the description of the past 3 chapters. We are currently in Chapter 4, and we've just finished building our factory, which is mass-producing the robot that is described in that summary.
Also, I'm God of the Multi-Universe.
Yeah, Ian has developed a weird fan base out of the 5 million people who've been watching us.
I say enact plan Army of Abed.
Yeah, Army of Abed is better. I think the initial state has too many problems. It can go wrong in too many ways. Silas is going to get one. He's going to turn into evil robot. And it's going to murder people.
Sad.
Alright, so copies of Ian's mind.
Again, Nori Yelnuk is quick to point out. Also from Terminator.
What is also from Terminator?
The mind state we just copied.
The mind state that we copied is from Terminator? Oh, because he watched Terminator. He watched a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, but he also watched Terminator.
What do you think he actually learned from Terminator, though, right? Because he's an empathetic robot.
If you watched
all
okay, it depends how many he watched.
Yeah.
If you just watched the first one, maybe back off a little. If you watched all of them, go for it. It always happens.
Yeah. You hit a big red button on your phone that says "Go," sending a wireless signal to power on the robots. The
7:22 in England. Huh.
What is it?
It's 7:22 in England.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's cool. So if we keep going, we might actually get
The breakfast crowd.
an entirely new wave of people. We're actually probably going to have to pause in a little bit to transfer this data onto this computer because we are running out of room on this memory card. Alright. The replicas of Ian turn to look at you in unison.
Well, that's creepy.
This is your voice.
What happened, dearest meatbag? Oh, yeah. They ask together.
Seems like we could have described what was going to happen to original Ian first before making the copy.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe no matter how much people tell you it's going to happen, being confronted with a clone of yourself is weird.
They turn to look at each other in astonishment. Funny, you wouldn't think Ian's face would be able to express existential horror. Beside you, the original Ian also looks unsettled.
Oh.
I'm afraid you're all growing up now, you say. You were going to have to leave the nest and go work for a living.
But how will I leave without you, dearest meatbag? Oh, this is also really sad, I guess.
I mean, again, our other option was making a army of robots that could all potentially be taught anything somebody told them.
Yeah.
Like, this really is the only option. Ian, who has been generally quiet throughout the proceedings, finally speaks up.
Will you kick me out one day, dearest meatbag?
Why would I do that, you murmur?
Perhaps you will get tired of me, the way people get tired of their phones and want new ones.
See, this is that weird, horrible clone paradox thing where, like, we're fine with him, but technically every single other robot in there has the exact same memories of him, and we are abandoning all 250 whatever of them.
It comes down to, I believe, if you want to produce some sort of hard data about it, the qualitative experience that a memory provides versus the actual experience of having done a thing. If they are equivalent, then it's existentially horrifying. However, if it's just a sham copy that is really just sort of a pretend version of all the events he's actually experienced, then our Ian is still more important and valuable, and thus we're justified.
But our Ian is a pretend life form in the first place.
Maybe.
Alright, and we have several options. Obey me and it will never come to that. That's a bit out of character. I won't leave you, I promise. Or, good point, computers get obsolete really fast.
I think we're kind of shoehorned here.
Yeah, a little bit. I won't leave you, Ian.
Yes.
You pat Ian on the head as you reassure him.
Thank you, dearest meatbag. Ian says pathetically. Plus empathy. Minus autonomy. That's
Which
actually
is really
okay.
a good way to go. Yeah.
We had some bonus autonomy that we didn't really need anyway.
You find that, with Metabots doing well, which is the name of our company, Meta as in META, you have a little bit of spare time again. What would you like to do with it? Expand the business and get another big client from among the options presented earlier. I feel like we're doing alright.
Mm-hmm.
Spend more time with Ellie. I was actually wondering about that. It does seem like we've been spending a long time away. Or spend more time with Ian. What is our humanity like at the moment? Humanity is 68.
That's not great.
Ellie is still kind of... Let's do more time with Ellie.
Yep.
We've kind of neglected her for a while.
I think that's probably just fine.
Spend more time with Ellie. How's comments going?
But aren't we all pretend life forms to those who create us? Shut up, Nora.
It is past 1 in here.
Existential crises are for never, but especially not right now. Ian seems like he needs some help in this current situation. Also, Mr. Maldark says, I won't leave you. I think Ian probably could use some readjustment since we've just shipped him out to all over the world. But I think Ellie has been neglected since, like, forever.
A little bit. Alright. You find that going to the local dance hall every now and then with Ellie and learning to swing dance together helps keep your relationship strong. One day while driving into work at the factory, you find that your staff has strung a banner across the entrance to the factory that says, Happy Birthday, Robots!
Aww.
Surprise! Your employees yell as you enter the factory floor. They're all wearing party hats and blowing into paper horns at each other. Robots wearing party hats built for the occasion Robots wearing party hats built for the occasion walks about.
Nope, that's just a mistake.
Serving up cake and champagne. Has it really been 1 year since the factory shipped its first robots? You must have lost track of time. It warms your heart a little to see that the staff loves working for Metabot so much. I think we made the right call paying them extra.
Yep. Is that a humanity bonus?
Oh,
beloved.
Beloved.
Check our humanity real quick.
Humanity is now 73%.
We got a 5%.
Ellie relationship is up 3% as well.
All right, let's keep that going.
What's our relationship with Silas at the moment? It's down to 50. All right.
All right, we're good.
Also, Ian's empathy is now up to 23, and Grace is up to 18.
Not bad.
As you go around looking for other clients, you begin to find that in many cases, Josh has beaten you to the punch and made a deal that you can't hope to match. He has switched to a robot labor force, and he passes the savings on to his customers, so you lose 1 wealth.
That puts us at 1 wealth.
Will you switch to robot labor? We have yes, and at the same time I will try to develop a line of robot workers I can sell. Yes, but I will concentrate on improving my own workforce, not making a model I can sell. Or no, my human workers are partly responsible for my success. I won't sell them out. I feel like we shouldn't just turn around on...
So on the one hand, we just lost wealth, and it's a pretty clear indication that our business is not as successful a model as Josh's. On the other hand, we just got an achievement because our workers threw us a party.
Yeah.